Hey, what's up guys? When I was recording this video, for some reason the focus was off, so it's a bit blurry. The value's still there. You can still see what's going on, but if you watch the other videos I recently uploaded for midfielders and defenders, it was a lot cleaner and crisper. So I just want to apologize for that. However, the value is still there, so I hope you enjoy it. Check it out. Whether you're a striker who's in good form, you're scoring lots of goals, and you just want to improve your game, or you're currently struggling playing striker, maybe you're not getting on the ball enough, you're not scoring enough goals, I want to help you in this video with a few powerful ideas. So number one, and this should be the foundation of a good striker, is you have to hold up the ball for your team. Yes, of course, you have to score goals. You want to always score goals. But if we're talking about possession play and moving up the field, getting forward, getting your teammates involved in the play, when that ball comes into you, you have to have the ability to hold that ball and take care of the ball. You have to know when to turn. Is this a bad time to turn? I think it is. Or when to make the simple pass to have a good first touch, to play it off and get yourself forward, get into the box. Because a lot of strikers, especially young strikers, they struggle with this. The ball will come into them, they have a heavy first touch, and the defender comes in and wins possession of the ball, the other team's on the counterattack. Why is this so dangerous? You may think it's not a big deal to lose the ball up here, but you have to understand, if this ball is getting played forward into you, everyone's anticipating that you're gonna have the ability to hold that ball up. So they're making forward runs, they're getting up the field, they're getting involved in the play. And if you lose that ball right away, well, suddenly we're in a very vulnerable position because we're moving forward. Now the other team is going in the opposite direction, and all it usually takes is one key pass for the other team to get in. So you have to take care of the ball. Now, how do you take good care of the ball? Well, first of all, realize when it's time to turn and when it's time to hold the ball up, really be strong, take care of that ball, and like I said, just lay it off and then make your spin, make your run, or get yourself into the box and be a good hold up target man for your team. So, oops, this is the blue team here. So let's come back to that there. So just a few ideas to think about. So number one, when that ball comes into you, let's say, first of all, you have to shoulder check, or you have to be aware. You have to feel where the guy is with your arms, with your body. If you can feel that he's close, then you know, okay, realistically, I'm gonna hold this up and I'm going to play it off to a teammate. I mean, if you can spin him, you know it's just one-on-one, and if you do spin him, then you're in. Then by all means, be brave enough to make that decision. However, if you know it's something like this, you don't have any help, you just have to hold it up, then be aware that that's the time to have a good first touch. So what I want to say is make contact with the guy. So get your arms into him, get your butt into him, really push him back. As a striker, you have to be strong, even if you're a little guy. Think about that ball going into Sergio Aguero. Does he get pushed off the ball? No, he's the smallest guy on the field, but he's so strong. He never gets pushed off the ball. He'll have a good first touch. He'll put his butt into the guy, shield him off with his arms, with his lower body. He'll have a good first touch. He'll lay it off to a midfielder coming in. Then he'll spin to get himself in the box or get himself back onto the ball. So think about, okay, is this a good time to spin? No, it's not. Then I have to hold up the ball. Good first touch. Make contact with the defender before he makes contact with you. If he makes contact with you first, you're likely to get pushed off the ball. It's really gonna be difficult to have a good first touch. So you first back up into him, make good contact with him before he does with you, shield him off the ball, focus on the quality of your first touch, whether that's with your chest or your head or your foot, your thigh, whatever you have to do. Shield him off, play that ball into a teammate, and then you're spinning to get forward, or you're making a different run to get on the ball. Okay, so think about, is it time to spin or is it time to hold off that ball? Like I said here, if you find yourself in this position, that ball's coming into you and you have that time and space to turn, then by all means do so. But you're never gonna know unless you're shoulder checking, you're playing with your head on a swivel, you're always aware of what's around you, rather than just what most players do, just looking at the ball. Okay, if you don't know that there's time and space, that ball's gonna come into you and you're gonna lay it off when you had the time to spin, play a teammate in, or take a player one-on-one and get your shot off. So that was the first thing I want to talk about. It's just a small idea, but it's so important. You have to be a good hold-up player, and you have to know when to spin and when to hold up the ball. The next thing I want you to think about is the quality of your runs. So a lot of strikers will say, oh, my teammates never give me the ball. If they just gave me the ball more, I would score more goals, and I would be a better striker for my team. The truth is, in a lot of situations, The reason you're not getting the ball is because you're not making good enough runs and you're not making consistent runs, okay? You're not always gonna get the ball. But if you're always standing still and you're saying, oh, my teammates don't pass me the ball, they're not going to pass you the ball if you have defenders draped all over you. Okay, so you have to think about the quality of your runs. So some runs you can make. Sometimes you can come short. I don't want you to get in the habit of always coming shorter and shorter and shorter when you're not getting the ball. What you want to think about is making more quality runs. So yes, you can make runs out here. Spin off the defender. Whenever you're making a run, you want to think about your body positioning facing towards the goal. So if I'm making a run and my body positioning is faced towards the goal, the player can play me in like this and I'm faced towards the goal with my first touch. If I'm making a run to the outside, but my body positioning is faced the outside, he's kind of forced to play me a pass out here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You can still put a cross into the box, but because you're a striker and you always want to be scoring goals, you want to think about curving your run so that when you do receive it, you are faced towards the goal. So it can be runs from inside to outside. It can be runs from outside to inside, trying to get in here and receive the ball. But you always have to think about the quality of your runs. So as a striker, you want to be playing on this back line. You always want to be trying to make runs in here, runs in here. Yes, come and show sometimes, so they don't always think that you're coming in behind, so they start to come with you, but then you can spin, okay? So it's the quality of your movement which is going to get you on the ball more often. A lot of strikers think it's all about the skills with their feet or their ability to shoot. But one of the most important skills as a striker is the quality of your runs, okay? So you have to think about your runs, your movement, as a skill set that you have to develop if you want to be a good striker. So always think about when this guy's on the ball, okay, can I spin in behind? Can I find the space? Where is the space? Is it here? Or is it over here? Okay, you'll have to be aware of where is the space and where can I make a run to get myself on the ball. So yes, come to feet sometimes, play that ball in, play it in, maybe he comes close, now you can spin him behind. Okay, but you have to think about always making those runs. The quality of your runs is so important as a striker. The other thing I want you to talk about, the other thing I want to talk about to you is getting in front of the defender. Okay, it's a very good habit to develop. So what I mean is, usually this comes to crossing. So let's say you're the striker here, you're moving forward. Say the ball gets played out here, and you know a cross is going to come in. Okay, a tendency is, so we can do this as a striker and as a winger here as well. This ball is coming into the box. Okay, a lot of players, this ball will come in, it's a good ball, whipped in, but what happens is, first of all, they're not anticipating that the ball's gonna come, so they're not where they need to be. They're usually somewhere like here, or they're with a defender, but they're not making enough effort, or they're not willing to get in front of him. And that ball does get whipped in, it's a good ball with pace, but they're behind the defender. You wanna think about starting to get in front of the defender more often. So anticipate that the cross is coming in the box, and now you're busting to get in here, and you're really working hard to get in front of him so you can't get that little nick at the front post. Or if it's at the back post, instead of what a lot of players do is that cross comes in and they're waiting here. And what happens is this guy gets an easy header and he puts it out, and now they're on the counter attack. Okay, you want to think about getting in front of this guy at the back post. So a lot of times the cross will come in, and if you're not there, like you said, you're too slow, you're not in shape enough to get there, or you just don't have the desire, you don't have the awareness that you need to be there, you're hanging out at the back post, he's just going to win it. You want to work to get in front of that guy at the back post, and maybe you can sneak in and get a header. You'll see this a lot of times. When this guy does score this goal, it's because this guy was waiting for the ball. He thinks that he's going to have a clear header, and this guy sneaks in at the last second, gets in front of his man, and scores a header at the back post. So you want to think about getting in front of your defender when those crosses are coming into the box. Now I just want to say, when do you not want to get into your, when do you not want to work to get in front of the defender? Well, if everyone's getting sucked in to this front post here, so let's say there's players in the box, everyone's getting sucked into this front post here, what you want to do, especially as a striker, is come out and find the space at the back post. Now this comes to your awareness, comes down to your awareness, guys. So if you're always just watching the ball, you're not aware of where the defenders are, where the space is, then you'll never have the awareness to make that decision. So yes, when that cross is coming in, I want you to think about getting in front of your defender, getting in front of your defender so you can be there first, get that first touch. But if everyone is going to that front post or everyone is getting marked up, okay, I want you to think about where is the space. Can I get to that back post all alone for an easy tap in? So just think about that. When the cross is coming into the box, can I really work hard with my run to get in front of my defender? And the last thing I wanted to talk about I just wanted to say one more thing. It's not necessarily a tactic thing at all, which we're kind of doing today. But as a striker, you have to have the ability to get over missed chances. It's so important. Whether you're a striker, midfielder, or anyone, if you miss a chance, most players, let's say you had a really good goal scoring opportunity, the ball was whipped into the box, you were one-on-one with the keeper, and you skied it over the net, or you tripped over your feet and you had a bad miss. Most players in that situation, for the rest of the game, anytime there was an opportunity to get on the ball in a good goal scoring situation, they would hide from that opportunity. They wouldn't really want the ball. Why? Because they wouldn't want to make the same mistake. They wouldn't want their teammates to yell at them. They wouldn't want their coach to be upset with them again. So they would hide from that situation. If you want to be a goal scorer, you have to have the ability to get over missed chances right away. I said in another video, when I made a mistake in the midfield, let's say I tried to dribble forward or I had a bad touch and I lost possession of the ball, as soon as I made that mistake, I would be searching, demanding the ball at the very next opportunity to get on the ball, to prove to myself and to prove to everyone else that I can make good decisions on the ball, and that was just a one-time thing. The same thing goes for goal scoring. If you missed your opportunity, let's say the ball was playing in the box and you had that chance and you had a bad miss, okay, you have to, as a goal scorer, as soon as there's another opportunity you're looking for, you're already over that. You're looking for the next opportunity. You want the ball. Even though you missed the last 5 times, you want that ball because you know you can score. And you have that desire to score. You want to prove yourself right, and you want to prove everyone else wrong. So if you've missed a chance, I want you to go hunting for that next opportunity as soon as possible. Do not be afraid to get on the ball. Do not be afraid to miss again. You may miss again, and even if you do, you go searching for the next one. If you want to be a good goal scorer, you have to have that mentality. So those are just a few ideas I wanted you to think about. Number 1, being a good hold-up target player, knowing when to hold it up and when to spin, getting your body into that ball, making first contact before he makes contact with you, the quality of your runs. If you're not getting the ball enough, it's not usually because your teammates aren't making the right passes, it's because you're not making good enough runs. Your runs should be so good that your teammates are forced to give you the ball. Otherwise, everyone else is yelling at them. Then I want you to think about getting in front of the defender. Rather than waiting for the ball to come to you, think about getting in front of that defender whenever possible. It may be at the front post, it may be at the back post, but don't wait for that ball to come all the way over to you. Get in front of him whenever you can to beat him to the ball, score more goals. And then finally, the ability to get over missed chances. If you missed one, shake it off right away. Go hunting for the next one. The more chances you have, the more goals you're going to score. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please comment below. Let me know. If you have any questions, please comment below. Give me a thumbs up. A like goes a long way. Share this video with your friends and teammates. Subscribe, hit that notification button, and go to my website, progressivesoccertraining.com. I've got some free training material I want you to check out, and I will see you very soon in a new video coming out probably tomorrow.